Welcome to this explainer. You know the feeling, right? You're thirsty, you grab a colorful, refreshing-looking drink off the supermarket shelf, maybe even something claiming to be healthy. But what are you actually putting into your body? Today, we are stripping away all that clever marketing magic. We're going to look strictly at the data presented in our source material to uncover the cold, hard facts about the sugar hiding in everyday drinks. But don't worry, we won't just leave you with the problem. By the end of this, we're going to discover some genuinely healthy alternatives that put you completely back in control. Okay, let's dive right into the data with a completely staggering number, 10. That represents the exact number of spoons of sugar packed into just a single bottle of Appy Fizz Apple. Just pause and really think about that for a second. If you were sitting at your kitchen table making a drink for yourself, there is absolutely no way you would physically scoop 10 spoonfuls of sugar into your glass, right? Yet, when it's hidden inside a manufactured bottle with a crisp, healthy-looking apple right on the label, it slips right past our radar. It is a perfect example of how packaged drinks deliver a massive sugar payload without us even realizing it.
And when you look at these drinks side by side, the scale of this is just wild. Paper Boat Mango contains a modest 1.5 spoons of sugar. Then, a 300 milliliter serving of Tropicana jumps up to 5 spoons. But Appy Fizz absolutely dwarfs them both, towering over the rest with that massive 10 spoons. Seeing the data compared like this really puts into perspective how wildly sugar content can vary between products that sit right next to each other on the exact same supermarket shelf. It just goes to show, we simply can't assume all fruit-flavored beverages are created equal.
But the deception actually goes right down to the names of the drinks themselves. Take ginger ale, for instance. The source points out a truly fascinating contradiction here. This beverage packs a hefty 7.5 spoons of sugar, but get this, there's absolutely zero actual ginger inside of it. Think about how often we associate ginger with health or digestion or, a soothing remedy when we're sick. The beverage companies know this. But ginger in this context is literally just a marketing name. There's no real ginger in there, folks. It's just a whole lot of sugar dressed up in a healthy-sounding disguise.
Moving down the grocery aisle, the illusion continues. You might think reaching for a dairy-based drink like Amul Cool Badam is a safe, nutritious bet, right? Well, it's deceptively hiding 5.5 spoons of sugar right behind its wholesome almond branding. Because it's positioned as a milk and almond drink, our brains automatically categorize it as a healthy choice. But 5.5 spoons is a highly significant amount of sugar, proving that we have to look past the healthy connotations of the main ingredients and focus on what's actually been added to the mix.
And then, oh boy, we have the booming category of energy drinks, like Sting Energy. Now, this beverage doesn't just dump 5 spoons of sugar into your system, it acts as a triple threat, piling on artificial sweeteners and heavy doses of caffeine right on top of it. When you combine regular sugar with artificial sweeteners, you are creating an intensely sweet flavor profile that basically hijacks your palate, all while your body rides the jolt of that heavy caffeine.
Now, here's the absolute kicker. Sting's own label explicitly states, "Not recommended for children." The manufacturer actually prints this warning right there on the bottle. Yet, ironically and quite concerningly, the source notes that this exact energy drink remains massively popular among kids. It highlights this huge disconnect between explicit warnings and the actual consumers that marketing and peer pressure ultimately reach. Just because a product is easily accessible at the corner store definitely doesn't mean it's suitable for everyone picking it up.
Let's pivot to something classic and see how this builds when comparing lemonades. On one side, homemade Nimbu Pani, traditional Indian lemonade, feels perfectly sweet to our taste buds with just 3 spoons of sugar. But the packaged equivalent, Nimbu's, doubles down with a shocking 7 spoons. You really have to ask yourself, why does the packaged version need more than twice the sugar to achieve a flavor we can so easily create at home with less than half? It clearly illustrates how our taste buds are being artificially saturated by the packaged beverage industry.
And hey, don't think you're safe just because you're paying top dollar, because the premium illusion fails us too. The source playfully points out that global coffee giant Starbucks charges an absolute premium fortune for a drink that still dumps 5.5 spoons of sugar into your cup. And to add insult to injury, despite the high price tag, they still notoriously manage to misspell your name, leaving you wishing you were actually named Sunil Shetty just to give them a fighting chance. It's a great, lighthearted way of pointing out that paying premium prices in fancy cafes does not magically protect you from the reality of high sugar content.
Okay, moving right along to the second part of our explainer, the real alternatives. Let's look at 3 healthy swabs for packaged drinks.
Alternative number 1 on our list is coconut water, or Nariyal Pani.
The source uses a brilliant little pun here, pointing out that coconut water is actually real, unlike the packaged drinks which are not real. A clever play on the Hindi word for coconut. But beyond the wordplay, there's a powerful economic point being made. Choosing coconut water means you are directly supporting small, local Indian businesses and vendors instead of funneling your hard-earned money into massive, multinational corporations. So it's a win for your physical health and a total win for the local economy.
Swap number 2 is incredibly straightforward. Just take back control in your own kitchen. Step 1, ditch that packaged Nimbus with its 7 spoons of sugar and just make fresh Nimbu Pani at home where you completely control the sweetness. Step 2, swap out that fake gingerless packaged ginger ale we talked about earlier and boil up a real homemade ginger drink. Literally, by taking just a few extra minutes, you completely eliminate the hidden sugars, the artificial preservatives, and the deceptive marketing.
Finally, the third and ultimate alternative brings us to a